Mhm.
We're live.
We're live again, and it is Monday. It's our work from home show. Welcome, welcome. I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe, and I'm so thrilled to be here today. We have our two co hosts, of course, our dear Marian LaSalle, and she's over there waiting to figure out what I'm going to introduce her. She is our to go person. We go to her when we have problems, when we need technology, when we need marketing, when we need a mastermind. She has 5 different hats she wears, so we can always go to Marian LaSalle. Hi, Marian.
Wow, Lady Lou, I'm always impressed on how you introduce me. That's awesome. Thank you.
You bet. And our very, very special guest today is a lady I've known from a number of years. She is such a sweetheart, and I'll just dearly love her. Kathryn Perry. She is so wise, so giving, so sharing. And she's here today with some fabulous news for all of us during COVID. She's going to help us find the opportunities. Hello, Kathryn.
Hey, how are you, Lady Lou? Hi, Marian.
We're great. Oh, we're so tickled that you're here, and we can't hardly wait to get started. But Marion's going to lead off. And who? Hey, hi, Emily. How are you?
Hey, Emily.
Marion's going to lead us off. She's got a really special job opportunity that she wants to bring us first, and then we'll launch into all the good stuff that Kathryn has. So take it away, Marion.
Okay. This is my very favorite show. It's called Work from Home. We are here live every single Monday at 12 o'clock Central Time, and we're glad that you're here. And we want you to share this out with your friends because guess what? People are getting laid off left and right, and they're not sure what to do. And all they know is what they know, and they think that they have to go back into what they did, which might be an industry that's no longer hiring, like restaurant work or let's face it, nobody's flying right now. So if
Yeah.
you if you lived in or if you were in the airline industry, what are you going to do? So I want you to be able to share this out. Lady Lou taught me it's so easy. Right down below, if you're on YouTube, right down below there's a share button. Just poke on that share button and it's going to send it out to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Not YouTube. We're on YouTube. But anyway, share it, okay? Tell people about it. All they have to do is go to YouTube and look for Marian LaSalle, and you'll see the big natural curiosity because let's face it, we're curious about how to find good work from home.
Yes, yes. Oh, good. Well, go ahead, Marion. You got that special job I'm anxious to hear
Hmm.
too.
Well, we got all kinds of people in the audience who are saying hi. So I just want to say hello to all you out there that are here with us today. And Marla Morris is saying, Kathryn rocks.
Yes,
All right.
she has her
Yeah,
own fan club.
I
We
do.
like that.
I am so lucky.
It's
Oh, that's great.
lovely.
Okay, so yes, this is the work from home show, and what we do, any business or idea, or any business that we bring you, a job or a side hustle, I want you to know that we vet them ahead of time. We have 31 weeks worth of links, and we don't hide them inside the video. We literally put the links right in the description down below. So if you have a friend who's a I don't care what they are, a bookkeeper, you name it. If they have a job title, you can do a search. Lady Lou found that out, didn't you? You can do a search in YouTube and you can find ideas and links to places that are hiring. So take advantage of the search bar.
Mhm.
Yes. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of people in the audience. They're just
Yeah,
waving.
so
Hi,
many
everybody.
people. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry, my camera decided to shift on me. Let me try this. There we
There,
go.
that's great. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, my University of YouTube, I have to say, Marianne, it's my favorite way to learn. If not just finding the different jobs, but how are people talking about the jobs and what opportunities are out there. And if you say, well, I wonder how they got that job. You say, how do you become an independent bookkeeper? How do you start a bookkeeping business? You could start anything. Just type in your question, and there's probably other people asking that question, and there's a video on it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tell you about an opportunity that I saw that I thought was really interesting. Um, and it may not be for you, but remember, there's other people out there that it might be good for them. So share. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Share, okay? All right, so the first one I have is on Indeed. And Indeed sends me probably 20 opportunities a day for remote work. See that these employers, they're getting wise. They realize they don't have to pay for a big building to house everybody. They can literally have software that can see if their people are working and they can let them work from home.
Yeah.
And you know what a lot of people are doing right now? They're buying vans and motorhomes and they're making their home wherever they want to be.
That's
So cool. I love it.
I
Okay. So the first one that I really wanted to tell you about was one that for some reason just struck me. I guess it's because my daughter lives in Michigan, but the job that I'm talking about is for Planned Parenthood, and they're looking for a remote worker who can do anything from home or from as long as you have good strong internet, and you can help people with planning their parenthood. Okay,
Hmm.
it's full time, no weekends. It's a day shift, and I don't know. I just think it's really interesting that people would be planning their parenthood. I think it's an opportunity that it wouldn't be, like I said, for everybody, because some people think, that's not a good way to handle yourself. You should just get pregnant whenever you get pregnant.
Yeah.
But I will have the link down below. I did find it on Indeed, and I thought it was a good opportunity for everyone to know that no matter what the company is, you can look on their website now and see if they have remote work available.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Uh,
that's the one I wanted to talk about today, because I think it's important that people know that they don't have to, scramble around or get upset that they don't have an income right now. It
right.
literally, if you want a job, you have a job. Go to Indeed.com and check it out.
Hmm.
And now let's turn it over to Kathryn, because I know she's got some ideas.
I have got so many. I want to dovetail on one little thought you said, like on the birth. I
Okay.
don't know if people know this. Because of COVID, when my mom died, we had people from all over, and in our family, we don't do burial. We believe in cremation. We actually handled my mother's final details by internet. I basically placed the order, we paid for it, we scheduled it when it was the time, right? And then we chose to go out and pick up the ashes, but we could have had them FedExed to us, right? So we literally planned my mom's funeral online. So any sphere in your life from birth to death is now handled online. And so people are taking advantage of this. Jeff Bezos made a really nice living in the last few years with this. So let's get some of that Bezos money, okay?
Louise and I attended a funeral online on Friday.
Yeah, yeah. It's and So the same things with births and showers, and people are needing help facilitating that. Okay, so there's three opportunities I want to talk to you about. We handled them online, but it has offline aspects too. And these are the three main things that I'm seeing are coming up and more than ever. Number one, and people probably have heard about this, but they haven't really thought about they really don't know how to think about this. Number one is in the work at home space is being a virtual assistant. Companies are actively looking for people to manage the accounts. They already are marketing to coaches and small business owners and companies, right? The companies that used to have the people running around supporting the attorneys or their high dollar salesmen. They're actively looking for virtual assistants. Okay. Now, The other thing that's dovetailing is because more businesses are going online and more people are saying, you know what, now I want to go ahead and start my podcast. I want to go ahead and start that blog. I'm in the van, right? Those people driving around in the van, there's a lot that they can't do in the van, right? So they're actively looking for virtual assistants. And you could type in how to become a virtual assistant, and there's schools and training, but it's not all Excel sheets or data. But if you really could specialize in one little area and got good at it, you would have more business than what you could handle. Okay.
That
And
is true. That is true.
yeah,
I'm going to tell you about a job that I took that you wouldn't normally consider even having Marian do something like this.
yeah.
So it was from a builder, and he had 60 homes that needed to be to have the electricity installed, have the meter and everything installed, and it required a phone call to two different companies,
Mm-hmm.
CenterPoint Energy and Reliant. And it, man, I'm telling you, talk about a virtual assistant job. I thought,
Yeah.
whoa, he paid me a lot of money for that. That
Yeah.
was awesome. I'll do more of those, please.
Yeah. And so, like you mentioned, Indeed is there, but the easiest place to find people looking for virtual assistants or going, where do you find a virtual assistant? But people will talk about, like, I'm in members of these women entrepreneur groups in the local, whatever market you're in. There's a Facebook group, there's a meetup group that has, they network, they get together, and you're not necessarily looking to hang out with other virtual assistants. You're looking out for people who would want a virtual assistant or need help with their business somehow. My friend who had this little idea to start it um, talked to her coach who happened to be tapped into the home inspector market. She helped him with one project. He started introducing her around. To her second year in business, she grossed over $500,000. By her third year, she was well on her way to $1 million a year.
Okay,
So
so I want to break in here for a
yeah,
minute, Kathryn, and to let people know that sometimes you have to have a full-time regular job, and you
yeah,
have to work this. You have to work into it
yeah,
because you have a family to support,
yeah.
And so I don't want you to think that we're telling you to drop everything and be
No,
a virtual assistant. I want you to know that there are side hustles. There are things that you could do in your spare time.
yeah,
The busier you are, the more you're going to get done.
that's it. And the thing is that it's actually the perfect side hustle job, right? If you said, yeah, I could handle that in the
Mhm,
evening, I can do uploads. A lot of people hire
mhm.
people in India and overseas, like a lot of Philippines, because they work overnight. Okay, they love it. They do not expect you to be 9 to 5 unless there's phone calls involved or receiving customers. Okay, so having said that, people go, oh no, they're hiring Filipino virtual assistants for $5 an hour. I can't work for that. There are people they want to know they've got someone in their time zone,
Thank you.
and speaks the language that is
Me,
right there.
me.
They want someone they feel like they could relate to
That's
and
right.
is close to them, and they will pay more than that. That's a whole different set of people that works for. But most people want that one they can eyeball.
That's
Okay,
right.
so
So what Kathryn is saying is whatever your talent is, and Louise talks about this a lot. Whatever your talent is, you can turn that into a virtual assistant
yeah,
business, because let's say you're really good with your voice.
hmm
There's virtual assistants who can handle all kinds of voiceovers for intros on
hmm
podcasts and all kinds of shows that are going on. So many people, we talked about that. So many people want a podcast now that they don't really want to do their own intro. They don't know how.
right,
So if you could get good at that. Now there's a place where you can go and sign up on Fiverr, Fiverr,
hmm
and people are making 30, 40, $100 an hour, literally.
yeah,
I skipped up to $100 an hour because I seriously look around for whatever talent you have, or learn
Learn
learn how to
yes,
do something.
that you enjoy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and I'm sorry, this feels like Louise. Louise is really good at all this. But one thing on the virtual assistant and the 1.2 is like, hey, if you could just learn one skill, right? Learn one skill that's valuable. Don't try to figure out, hey, get in that mindset of, well, I don't know anything. Who would pay me? Well, find out what people are paying for.
Right.
And if you think, well, people are paying for social media, I'm not on it beyond, liking my sister's new hairstyle. There is I want to give a resource, two resources if it's okay.
Yes.
Number one, a service that actually is the service that helps people post all of their and manage all their social media posts. This company does training. They do free training and they have certification, a very affordable certification program. And I will type it in, but it's called Hootsuite, like the sound that an owl makes. Hootsuite.com.
Sweet.
And hootsuite.com, I'm typing it right now. Suite like a hotel suite. Hootsuite.com, they have free training and affordable certification programs. And if you just got a little ahead of someone who said, I have
Is
no
that how
idea.
you spell it, Kathryn,
Yeah.
on the screen?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
how it is.
See
Yeah.
there? Hootsuite.com. They
Hootsuite.
train you?
They have all the free courses. They have all kinds of free courses and they have paid certification courses if you want to do that. They have
You
some
could get
very affordable.
certified in doing something that you love to do. Play on a
Yeah.
computer.
That's so. I mean, you're there anyway. And the thing with Hootsuite, you learn to set up one. I help one person. And I probably didn't charge enough, honestly, but I helped them set up their basic web page, their the four main social media pages, and I helped them figure out what their plan should be. And I charged them $2,500 just for that first month, just on the setup, right? And they're still using everything that I did and recycle it, but it was enough that I could train him and then had the monthly management on it. So yeah, and here's our little funnel and things like that. But you don't have to even know how to do it if you could know how to connect with people. If you're evangelical or a good networker, then you could already find someone who's doing it on Fiverr.com, right? And sell the service and make money on top of it, middlemen.
You know,
Okay.
another place that Lady Lou and I know a lot about is called Patreon,
Yes.
Patreon. And actually, I've given classes on this, and I just got requests from two different people who want me to do a new class on Patreon. So basically, what they're saying is, what are you good at? Are you a good photographer? Do you make miniatures? Do you sing? Do you make videos? What do you do that's really cool and people like it? You can build an audience and those people support you. It's not a
Yeah.
donation. It's not charity. It's them supporting you because they want you to continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. So Louise and I were just in awe when we went to look and see some of the podcasters were making $10, $20, $30,000 a month from their community. Podcasting.
So I'm hoping y'all are putting this on there. Louise and Marian, did y'all see the one where there's these two ladies that like to watch The Bachelor, and they have a community of something like 5,000 people that pay them $10 a month to watch The Bachelor with them? Have you seen this?
I'm telling you, there's no limit. Okay. Okay, I saw one. This beats that one. Okay, Kathryn, you ready for this? The lady knits while she talks to you.
Oh.
And you can knit while she's talking to you. And they just sit around and knit together.
There you go.
No, there's something for everyone.
Well, let's do our home manicure show, right? Like we'll just have a ladies' beauty night show, right? Yeah.
Hey, how do you like this eyeshadow? You think it's cool?
We're doing this. Yeah.
Look, my gray's coming in. What should I do about that?
Yeah. I mean, you can do anything. Isn't that fun? So literally no limit. It's only limited by your imagination and your mindset. But just think about what you used to do, right? And find out there's somebody who needs help now.
I agree.
But also kind of look around, like the same thing in the different forums that, like business networkers, and look at what kind of questions people are asking for help and looking for assistance on, and that'll help you kind of get a sense of the,
Okay, so here's a job that even I would pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Teach me how to do business on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you good at TikTok?
I am
good.
not. I got to
Get
get
good
good
at TikTok and then teach me. Somebody out there's listening.
The challenge.
It's a
Marian
challenge.
isn't the challenge. Like, yeah, teacher, she'll pay you. That's good. But you know what? You guys are great on StreamYard. This that you know right now, this is a little mini class that you could teach, that you say, look, we're going to walk you through how to get set up. Now, some people tie into like mini chat or whatever, set up a little mini funnel, but just what you know, people would watch the tutorials. You guys already have so much that can go on that Patron channel. I'm already excited about it. Well, I want to start plotting and planning it with you. But think about who you know, think about the people that you're around, and you could think about what their problems are, right? So, virtual assistant, and then just kind of draw off of that, but don't get hung up on the title, get focused on what problems you can solve, and then go from there. Okay.
So not only what kind of problem can you solve, but go and look and see what other people are making money with. Okay.
Yes.
So Lady Lou and I were really excited, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, when one of my clients at that time, she had about 5 million people watching her, subscribers on YouTube. Now she's up to 8 million and some odd.
Wow.
Okay. And so we watched her and we thought, could we do that? Well, no. She's an actress. Okay. So when she's just like you and me, actually, she's quieter than me. And she's a real nice girl and all, but she knows how to buy things or have things sent to her from Amazon or whatever. And she does this thing really work? But she does this thing really work? Yeah, she's an actress, okay? And you can only watch her for like 30 seconds without going, oh my God.
People love her. They love her.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why they fell in love with her. This is important. Listen up, everybody. You ready? Listen to this. I'm getting ready to tell you a secret. She knows her audience. Her audience is girls from 12 to 26 years old who've been abused, who don't have love in their life. And she gives them that. She gives her audience exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And she knows, like you said, Kathryn, what their problems are. Okay.
Yeah. And can speak to that. Well, and that dovetail like with the Patron or this YouTube channel. YouTube's free, right? And then Patron, she's probably started hers right on YouTube. And there's so many platforms now, but thinking about the natural dovetail from virtual assistant, thinking about what problems people are having, how do they want to make money, what solutions they're seeking. Right now, more people are homeschooling their kids than ever. Yes. Some are doing it through their public schools. And we did that. I live with my daughter and two grandgirls, 15 and 5. And we initially tried the school's version of their online classes, and it was terrible. It was so terrible. So we found a company that was a great provider, but that means we had to fill in with some of the extracurricular, right? So that they have some activities and some other learning that they can't do online. And we found a guy who teaches guitar. Like he had a little, I don't know what it is. Like she goes to his office, and in the hallway of the office, right, that they have after work, basically, or his lunch hour, he teaches her guitar. But and then the other one's learning the recorder, and then another one. So we can keep the social distancing. We can make sure the mask and the safe, and then expand that. Well, Patron is perfect for that, right? Think about Bob Ross for toddlers or something, but Bob Ross the painter. But there are so many skills that need to be taught in high school, and homeschooling parents are actively looking for extra credit. And I'm thinking now home ec should be brought back. And right? So there's some different things that people can do to help support that. My friend Alec, he happened to have a little understanding of Zoom. I wound up teaching him a lot more. He started having a little coaching group with teachers on Zoom. And then they were so freaked out and stressed out. Then he brought in some mindset coaching. Right. And I said, well, he first was helping them out. And I said, well, why don't you talk to them about putting together a regular monthly meeting? And every one of them said yes. And sending him a subscription. And I showed him how to set up a subscription and get paid.
There
and they loved it. Right.
If you want to see what Patreon is really like, you can go and support our community. It's patreon.com/natural curiosity. It's down on the screen down below. And you can see kind of what I envisioned for our community, right? I want everybody to be able to share. And I'm telling you that you can take every word that I did. I paid for the lawyer that had the information for the, like the gobbledygook that you have to say in order to stay legal. You can copy anything that I have on my Patreon page because I did the research, okay? And I give that to all my coaching clients. I don't do coaching like Kathryn does. So let's get that straight. Mine is strictly technology, okay? Because I do want to talk about what you do, what you offer. Okay. And I want you to be able to help people because as people are watching this, they might be going, well, how do I know what I should be doing? How do I figure it out? You might want Kathryn, right? Kathryn, tell us how you support people.
Well, my nickname's the Big Vision Coach because I feel like every one of us inside of us have a vision of our greater possibility. But very often we get hung up with our circumstances or we've been trained to be worker bees and we really don't know how to expand our thinking. So what I help people do, number one, connect into that vision and then help them create a working map to fulfill it. And the people I love working with the most are kind of like what I grew up. My dad was like that ultimate sidepreneur kind of thing. He was always had a side hustle, even with a full-time job, and then went into full-time business. But even within his full-time business, he always had side hustles going. So I have that. I was telling the girls earlier, I have that thing like in the movies where the kid said, I see dead people. Well, I see opportunities. I see these little pockets. And I help people come up with a simple working plan using the tools that are available and at whatever level they're at. And some people are quite sophisticated and I can work with them, but most of the people I work with are either, hey, how do I create the right side hustle that doesn't kill me, that feeds my soul, but also makes it worth my time? Because a lot of them are not worth your time. But then it's also the thing that would be the bridge in or the bridge out of your business. So that's what I help with people. I help them connect to that vision, create the map, and then I give them support along the way. And sometimes that's accountability, sometimes it's mindset, or then sometimes I'm helping them build the bridge, like when I help my friend with the set up his station. But it just depends on what you need. And it all starts with a phone call. We have a talk about your situation. And if I feel like you're a good match, then I invite you to another conversation where we talk about what that would look like.
Down below, Lady Lou has made a description that includes all the links except for the jobs that I talked about. So feel free, go to YouTube, especially if you're listening to this on our podcast, you can't see what we look like. So I want you to go over to YouTube and check us out and see all the links down below and check in with Kathryn. It's a free 15-minute strategy call where she can see if you guys are a good fit. It's wonderful. It's a great opportunity. Yeah. I've known Kathryn for years, and this is just something that I feel you should take advantage of.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
we just love everything Kathryn does. She's used to be commanding one
Well,
command, one
yeah,
command.
the one command and command. I'm still commanding wealth seminars, teaching the principles of the one command. That's my full-time business, and working from there. And I have a weekly free mindset group, and you can just look up Kathryn Perry. You'll see my on Facebook, Kathryn Perry, and you'll see me. And you'll be able to tune into my TOC Money Mindset Mastery group.
Yes.
But yeah, mindset is at the core, but in that personal transformation. I honestly believe that if you really want to go on the path of self-realization and actualization and have, come into your greatest, highest self, start a business.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no better personal development program ever than being in your own business.
Yes.
So Emily says Kathryn is fantastic, and Shamim says I want to involve my grandson, 21 years old, work from home with me. Oh, that's a great idea. Bring in your family. Everybody can chip in and do all kinds of cool stuff. Before we say goodbye, because our time is gone, I want you to know that you may already know this, and if that's true, I'm sorry. But I want you to know, I didn't know it for a long time, and I want to share this. If you want to see what people are paid for whatever you're thinking about, go to glassdoor.com, and just do a search for whatever you're interested in and see what people are getting paid. This company is all about asking people after they've left a job or after they, have done something, even their own business, like a franchise, anything, and they get right down to the core. What are people getting paid and what are their benefits? I think it's really cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Glassdoor.com.
Glassdoor.com too, if people want to get more SEO for their website. List your business on glassdoor.com and ask people to do a review for you. That is one totally overlooked SEO strategy that people miss out on. You guys got to get listed on there.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Kathryn, it was wonderful. You're going to come back. I'm begging you to come back and help us because I know we have lots more to talk about.
Okay.
Lots more opportunities, right, Lady Lou?
Yes, we do. We have so much, and we just love you, Kathryn. Thank you for being here.
I love you too. I love you both.
All right, we're here every Monday at 12 o'clock, and we do have some other shows. Every Tuesday night, we have Ask the Experts, and guess who's our expert this week?
Marian! Good to know Marian.
Yeah, you'll find out all my secrets. All right, we'll see you again real soon. Bye now.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.